You ask me if I believe in fate, child. Then let me tell you the story of the boy with no name. This isn't a proverb or a village fable, it's real. I saw him with my own eyes. Raised him, in some way. It all began during the season of heavy rains, when the stream swelled with pride and frogs sang through the night like spirits with secrets to share. I was heading into the forest to gather iroko bark for my carvings when I saw her, a young girl, no older than 17, kneeling by the stream. She cradled a baby wrapped in one ankara cloth, her hands trembling. She had no ring on her finger, no elder standing beside her. She looked up just once, eyes full of terror, like a deer trapped between closing jaws. Then she placed the baby gently into a basket by the stream, whispered something only the wind could hear, and slipped away into the trees without a trace. Now, in Aya, we do not take such things lightly. A child left by the stream is not simply abandoned, they are considered a spirit child, Omo Oran. Such a child must not be touched without first consulting the Babalawo. But I was an old man by then. I had seen too much, lost too much, lived through enough storms to stop fearing the rain. So I took the basket. And the boy. He had no name, none whispered, none written. So the village gave him the only name that fit their fear, Kozyaruko, the boy with no name. He was a quiet child. Never cried much. His eyes, sharp like a hawk's, always watching. His skin was the deep brown of roasted palm kernels. The village women whispered. Some said he was cursed, others feared he would bring war or disaster. But I fed him with my own hands, gave him warm pap made from millet, carved him toys from iroko wood, and sang him songs under the moon. I became his father in every way except blood. And still, he never smiled. Not once. When Kozyaruko turned 10, it was during the festival of the New Yam. The village pulsed with color, children danced with painted faces, music echoed from compound to compound, joy in every step. But not him. He stood at the edge of the celebration, still and distant, eyes locked on the Macht Egongon dancers as if they were the only ones who mattered. That's when the teasing began. Child of no one, they mocked. Did you fall from a tree? Who gives a child a name like Kozyaruko? Even the adults stayed silent, unsure of what to believe. Strange things happened around him. Chickens died near him. A goat once gave birth to a stillborn kid after he merely passed by. Fear spread like smoke. People crossed the path when they saw him coming. But he never flinched. Never raised his voice. Never fought back. He simply listened, quietly, like he was collecting every cruel word, storing them in a bag he would one day empty. Then came the season that changed everything. The dry winds had cracked the earth, and dust danced through the air like ash from a silent fire. One day, Chief Oleniai's daughter, Abeni, went missing. Panic seized the village. Drums were beaten, prayers were offered, animals sacrificed. Still, no sign. Days passed in despair. Then, one evening, Kozyaruko came to me. His voice was low and cold, like stones at the bottom of a river. She's near the old shrine, he said. The one the forest swallowed. I stared at him. How do you know this? I asked. He looked back, unblinking. She called me in my dream. She said she couldn't breathe. And we found her. Exactly where he said. Buried beneath vines, barely alive, but alive nonetheless. The village didn't know what to make of him anymore. Was he cursed, or chosen? Mama Ronk, the priestess, demanded that he be taken to the oracle. We must ask who this child truly is, she said. And so we did. The oracle spoke in a voice that didn't belong to it. He is the son of a promise broken. Blood denied. A name stolen. To name him now is to wake the sleeping lion. That night, the whispers grew louder than the drums. The truth rose from the silence. The girl who had abandoned him was Ometok, daughter of the late warrior Afolabi. She had run away in shame after becoming pregnant by Adideo, the eldest son of none other than Chief Oleniyi, the very same chief whose daughter the boy had saved. At first, Adideo denied it. But the elders brought forth an ancestral bracelet the boy had worn since infancy, an heirloom missing from the Oleniyi household for over 10 years. There was no denying it. Koziaruko was not a cursed child. He was the rightful first son of the village's most powerful family. Hidden in shame. Cast out like refuse. Raised by a poor carver with no name in the council, but a heart full of quiet, relentless love, and then the day came when the truth was made public. Chief Oleniyi stood before the village, his head lowered, his face flushed with shame. And he spoke the words that made my old bones tremble. Today, this boy is no longer nameless. He shall be called Adibeo, the crown meets joy. The crowd gasped. Some wept. Others cheered. But Adibeo, he simply stood there. Still. Silent. And then, the corners of his lips lifted, just slightly. A smile. Not wide, but enough to break the walls of the years he had carried. He moved into the chief's compound, was given his own hut, new clothes, and the status that should have been his from birth. Yet every evening, he came back to my bench beneath the iroko tree. Sat beside me as I carved. Listened to the whistle of the blade through wood. Called me Baba, even as his true father begged for his attention. One night, I finally asked him why. And he looked at me with eyes that had seen too much for their age and said, anyone can give a name. But not everyone gives love.